NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
Up with the big boys now, Frank.
Well, we saw that previous tee shot go 310. This one's further.
Now the second shot to the par 5. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up. This will be a 14-foot putt here. So early on the backside here at the 12th hole, missed opportunity. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McIlroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line. Par 4 13, Frank, how do you hit this approach shot?
Richards, the first par 4 at Bay Hill where the water is actually on the right of the green, and that has to be taken into consideration. Just a little errant shot, and then you're going to be wet. So a little left of the flag, that's where you want to be.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here.
Frank, this is where a round can get away. You've just knocked it OB.
Yeah, that shot's never going to come back now. So he doesn't want to compile the error.
Getting set now for his 4th shot. Took the penalty after hitting it out of bounds.
Yeah, this can get away from him here.
It happens sometimes, Frank. They don't all drop.
No, but you try telling him right now.
Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. So with that, the score is now at even par. Frank, now to the 14th of par 3, and how difficult is this hole?
Once again, very narrow entry into the green, so ideally you want to fly the ball a little higher than normal, make it soft, make it land a little softer.
I like the looks of this one. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Not a gimme, but well within his range. A birdie will send him to 1 under on the leaderboard. Frank, the 15th, kind of a fun golf hole if you can curve your ball. I mean, that's a huge dogleg to the right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's much easier if you're a right-hander if you cut it down here. If you don't cut it, then make sure you don't run out down that left side.
Good strike, good lie, Good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
See if he can get something going here. 2 straight birdies. And with that birdie, moving into the top 20 on the leaderboard. Second round coverage coming your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Navalo. So long for now. NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's second round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, Arnold Palmer has that unique swing. It's sort of a corkscrew finish, a Tasmanian devil in it. I mean, he goes at it really hard. What's the lesson for all golfers?
Well, the two things that his dad really taught him and instilled into his game was a steady head and a great grip. And they have never, ever left him. And I think that's why he played great golf for so long.
I always love to watch Arnold, too, with the fans at the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Takes his time, works his way through the crowds, and looks everyone in the eye.
Well, the old saying goes, Arnold Palmer's never met a stranger.
And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. You can't leave an eagle putt short.
Now listen, anytime I left it short, I didn't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody you left it short.
All right, I won't say anything. You always like that. Count it as a birdie. Well, after that beast of a par 5 with all the water, take a sigh of relief and you come to the par 3 7th.
It still takes a good tee shot here, though, Rich. Narrow entry, greens 30 yards deep. You still really got to focus on hitting a good shot here.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
So into the top 15 on the leaderboard with that birdie. A few more, and who knows, maybe top 10 or top 5. Frank, how about the 8th par 4, one of the more intriguing setups?
Ideally, you want to just work your tee shot away from that bunker. But this is one fairway you must hit because it's one of the toughest second shots on the golf course.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. Just a well-played approach shot right there. Only about 10 feet away and a good look at birdie here. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. And with the birdie, moves into the top 10 on the leaderboard.
And moves into some very good company.
Final hole now of the front side. It's a 474-yard par 4. And Frank, you've played it before. What works best here?
Well, ideally a nice little draw off the tee. But the hole's quite weird because the tee shot shapes to the left and yet the green goes the other way.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah.
That is a fantastic long shot.
There's no way he could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help there.
Headed for the bunker, I think.
Lucky devil. That was going in the bunker all the way.
Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. And he's made the green. Shouldn't be a problem here. Solid par. So that is a top 10 performance through 2 rounds, Frank.
It's always nice to know that you have a shot with 2 rounds left in the tournament.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Well, he's on the green, but still plenty of work left. About a 25-footer coming up. Fairly long 25-foot putt here. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie.
That might go unnoticed, Rich, but that birdie just sneak inside the top 15.
Now at the par 3 7th, Frank, it's just under 200 yards.
But it's still quite daunting. A very narrow entry on that left side. So you've got to hit the ball flush off the tee. Really guarantee a carry of that over that right bunker. So it's still a daunting tee shot. It's heading for the bunker.
Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. It looked doomed for that.
Locked in on the read and the speed. And with that birdie, moves to third place. Now at the 8th, and Frank, this really is a clever design, fun hole to play.
Very pretty hole. That bunker down the left, just over 300 yards. Ideally, you just work it off that bunker.
Those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Birdie try up next. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem.
Doesn't dig into the lead with that par, but Frank, sometimes, and you know this as well as anyone, you just have to kind of maintain your footing out there. Finishing up here on the front side at Bay Hill with a lengthy par 4. What's the key, Frank?
Well, the hole's relatively flat, but the rough on the right comes into play. If you can carry that ball 300 yards, then just take it in over the bunker. He's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
Just smokes it. What a great shot. Long, just met longer.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. All right, partner, break down this approach shot here at the par 4 ninth.
What you're looking at is one of the biggest greens on the golf course, Rich, so it gives you a chance to be perhaps a little more aggressive than what you would normally think on a par 4 that's just a little under 500 yards. Should be safely on deck.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Nothing wrong with that par putt. Frank, what's a player feeling knowing they have one more round to go and they could have a chance at making a run and maybe win this thing?
No, it's a great feeling, Rich. At this point, really, it's just about whether you can handle the nerves. You know everybody up there is going to be feeling them.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational.
Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Frank, I hate to go negative, but let's clear a few things up. The penalties when you hit it in the water versus hitting it out of bounds.
Yeah, some people, that's a good question, Rich, because some people think they're almost the same, but when you hit it out of bounds, you're actually losing a stroke and a distance. For example, if I'm teeing off on a par 4 and I hit it out of bounds, I'm penalised a stroke for hitting it out of bounds, and I'm hitting my third shot off the tee. When I hit it into a water hazard, I don't have to lose all of that distance. I can drop the ball up just short of the water hazard. So the distance penalty isn't the same as if it was out of bounds.
This now the fourth shot after the last one was in the water.
Yeah, just somehow just get it on the green.
Frank, it's not about getting the ball close to the hole from that spot.
Well, he had no chance to get it close. I thought he had very, very, very little chance of getting it on the green. So given that, that was a very good shot.
That's about as depressing a moment as there is in golf. When you miss the bogey putt, you know you're staring at double.
Settles in over the putt. No doubt about that one. That was struck with confidence. Another challenging par 3 here at Bay Hill. It's the 14th, 216 yards, Frank.
It plays uphill, prevailing breeze too, into your face, so normally much longer than its yardage.
There we go.
Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Could use this. A putt for par. Good roll. Solid. That's a par.
Frank, deep in the round at the 15th, you need to maybe make something happen. How difficult is that with such a huge dog leg here?
Once again, make sure you know the distance to carry the bunker or run out. You've got to play to your strength.
Boy, this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
That was just a beautiful drive. You hit it solid and right in the middle. Now the approach shot, par 4, 15th hole. Frank, break it down.
Green narrows up the further back you go, so the most generous place to land the ball is in the front half of this green. It's also the flattest section of the green.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament. The Bay Hill Club and Lodge features a really exciting finishing stretch. 16 is a reachable par 5. You'll see eagles and birdies there coming home. 17, a very difficult par 3 over the water. The bunker is there, takes an excellent shot. And then 18 is all you want. We know that with the water in front, that second shot which comes over the lake, and that's a hold-your-breath moment. It is a great finishing 3-hole stretch at Bay Hill.
Rich, that was a heat-seeking missile. That is out there.
You make it look so easy, and we know it isn't, but when you hit T-balls that long and that straight, it does make the game kind of simple. Not looking good, Frank.
I think it's wet.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
This one just requires a little bit of focus.
Continues to putt beautifully. Always like this par 3, Frank. Par 3 17th. Let me amend that. I like watching the best in the world play it because it can be daunting, especially with the pressure ratcheted up.
When they have the tournament on, this green is brick hard. A little bit downhill. That's about the only advantage you get.
Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
That's a nice confidence builder right there. You make those for par, and you keep things steady. Frank, this is a stout finishing hole, the 18th, isn't it?
Yeah, it finishes that great run of 16, 17, and 18, and so many times we've seen disaster and triumph just on those final 3 holes.
Well, this one's sweet, Frank.
Super.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is. Ooh, a nice little bounce forward. Should be close to 300, 290.
Players bracing against these strong, gusty winds. Really a challenge out there.
This is right at it.
Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque.
So 1 shot closer to the lead with that birdie. Frank, it was a great setting with great crowds. We saw plenty of very good golf. Your thoughts?
Well, I think the course really extracted some of the golf that we saw. It forced these players to play just some great golf. And it wasn't just like a pitch and a putt golf course. So I think seeing the guys tested, seeing the players tested at this level, it was a treat.